This is I Am Future. I know nothing about it. I'm gonna tab out so I can move my camera because I'm gonna just start down here and then I'll figure out where it goes within time. Make myself a little smaller, and then we'll see where to put that later. All right, let's do this. Let's see what we got. Game is in early access, development is ongoing, blah blah blah. That makes sense. That's like the traditional. Did I see something about motion sickness? Should I worry about that? Oh my god. I thought I turned it down. It's so loud. It's like, oh no. Oh god, I gotta turn that down slightly. It's so loud. Okay, it won't let me. I gotta wait it out. I'll just drink some coffee and be okay.
Warning, hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days. Welcome to Eden, your new home.
Good job on taking the headphones out, honestly.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
That wasn't the voice line I expected. But damn. Alright. Select character. Available only once. Ooh, lots of choices. Never saw this game, so looking forward to it. Awesome. I don't really know what's going to happen. I don't really know what it is, other than it's kind of, you know, a game. That's about the best I got. Finally, we got some decent sleep now. This is what I call a good morning. Only. Where am I? What the heck even happened here? I don't ever remember being here before, although, when I think about it, I don't remember much at all. Gaps in my memory are common after hyper sleep, but forgetting your own name? I really stewed in that pod for a long, long time. I don't like how personal that was in my ear. That was weird. Oh, my head. Were we partying last night? Where did all the guests go? Should I look for them? Hey, is anyone alive? Alright. I gotta... Sorry, I'm just looking at the thing to make sure things aren't too loud. That seems better, I think. Let you choose character after showing a man in the cutscene. I know, right? Which I guess is nice, but... Hey, what kind of trick is this? Where the heck is my hand? I can't pull this bush up one-handed. Its roots go too deep. Calm down, breathe in, and breathe out. It's just cybernetic prosthesis. Sure. Easy to fix. It's not like my hands are tied. Okay, so... Oh, it's just in the tree. Aha. Well, across my cable, someone turned this cybernetic hand into a back scratcher. That's sacrilege. Okay, cool. Cybernetic hand allows you to carry large items and collect resources. The last ruler of Earth Federation wore this now outdated model of prosthesis? Sure. So coins feature an image of it to represent harsh but fair authority. Sure. What we got in here? Change or pick up? I guess I'll pick it up. But just... Okay. Or do I need... I guess I maybe should have changed. Okay, so we can fix things a little bit. Let's go with the commoner. We'll go blonde. Feels more fitting. What is this? Oh, the glasses. I was like, I don't know what I'm changing. I was really unsure there. Let's go with the gold. It's more fitting. Okay, maybe then we'll go with the casual. Why not? Do you want to go shorts? It looks weird with the apron, I'll be honest. So I think we're going to stick with the jeans. Let's go with those shoes. I don't need the shiny blues, you know? And that's fine by me. Oh, mustache. Ooh, okay. Just solid stash. Yeah, I'll go with the beard. Why not? Probably want to change the eyebrow color, though. That one hair change, you know, it looks like you. It's all it takes, just a little change. Helps that he's already got blue eyes, so it's already fitting, you know? Alright. Rusty saw required. Pick up fossilized roots. Okay. And then some paper. Rusty saw required. Okay, so I can pick that up. Oh, and it grows. That's nice to know. Iron saw required. Pick up sheet metal. Okay, I guess I'll just put that down there. I'm sure that'll be fine. Got some scrap metal. I'm starving. It feels like I haven't eaten for all eternity. And who knows, maybe I haven't. It's been 6 years. But I mean, granted, if I hadn't eaten for 6 years, I'd probably be freaking terrible. Sleep to heal yourself. If your health bar reaches 0, your character will fall unconscious. Satiety. There we go. Eat to feel fuller. If your satiety meter reaches 0, your character will start taking damage. There we go. Why don't they just use hunger? Use the word hunger, then people can say easier when they have dyslexic tendencies and a stutter. That's why I'm saying that. Can I pick up the wood? Hey, I can. Okay, I'm not gonna put this over here because I feel like that's the right thing to do. I don't know why, but I feel like it is. Okay, I can dismantle that. I gotta hold down. I got plastic. Okay. Oh, I do like this like kind of scavenge mechanic though. Click on food in your inventory to eat. Do I have to like... Oh. You right click. That makes more sense. So what's in here? Somebody pinched me in a fridge on the roof. I may not know who I am, but I do know that I'm a lucky guy. Stupid door let me in. Oh well, no problem. I'll swap the battery out and find a new one and open sesame. Hey, it looks like I know a thing or two about gadgets. I must have been an engineer in my past life, no doubt. Sure thing, boss. There's a note in the cold ashes. Okay. That someone lived or lives on this roof. I hope you won't mind if I build a new campfire and disassemble this somewhere out of harm's way. Okay. So construction menu, campfire. I'll probably, I guess, I don't know where's best to put this. I'd almost rather just put it on top there. Can I dismantle it? Yeah, there we go. Because like I feel like it's probably better to put on top of this, right? You would be dead probably. Probably, yes. In an apocalyptic scenario, I will last at least 2 minutes after the first thing happens. That's the best I'm giving myself. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool, actually. So I need another piece of wood from somewhere. Is this wood? Nope, that's just scrap. Need a rusty saw. What's this? What the heck is this thing? I need to get closer to my freaking chair. Maybe go back. Some kind of military tech or something complicated. Complicated growing lamp. Looks like it's broken. I should take it apart. Just get the components. Okay. Oh, I can just take it apart. Take it apart. Cool. Okay, I took part of it. What I could. I like it specifically a rusty saw is required. I don't like that thing. What the heck is this weird ugly thing? If that's what the flowers look like, yeah, I don't want to know the berries that produces. I do kind of want to go inside of it. I mean, not, just curious. Anyways, I can turn the camera. That's much easier. Okay. Does Q and W does work that way. Nice. Okay, so I can't get back there just yet. Well, that makes that a little easier to see. Got some mushrooms. But if they're poisonous when they're raw, okay. So don't eat them raw is what you're telling me, I'm guessing. Coward. Oh yeah, I gotta hold down the button. Can I just... Okay. This seems kind of cool thus far. Is this another pod? Another empty Crower pod. Crower pod. Struggling. Could there be someone else alive on this roof? Hope he still has memory and sanity. Is that the relationship thing? Oh, the iron saw. Okay, so I got the rusty saw now, right? So now I've got that on my hand. Allows you to saw planks and trees. Actively used on Pandora. It's the Earth's second moon for both peaceful and military purposes. When the colonists ran out of weapons, corporation engineers used these saws to fight space pirates. Sure thing. Oh, this actually takes time. Okay. Oh, I can do that without clicking. Okay, that's better. I was not sure how that worked. But there we go. This game immediately is different, but also cooler than I expected. I'll get hungry. I'll smoke some food over the fire. Okay, can I put the that somehow? Or do I need to like give it fuel first? I guess probably need to give it. Oh, you just click on it to do it. That makes more sense. What's this called? It's called I Am Future, I do believe. I changed the game title, so it should be there to tell you. I can't actually see right now. But I do believe that is what it's called. Okay, so I need 2 more bright flowers, which I guess this is what that is. I do have to say this is nicer looking than what I thought. Popping in and out. Totally fair. What's this? Blueberry seed. Okay, so empty garden bed. Scrap metal. Can I put something on the ground for now? Yes, okay. Because I need the inventory space. There we go. So I think I should be able to cook with that now. Game looks good. It honestly already looks better than I thought. So I'm kind of surprised. I'm gonna put that down there too. I think that'll be fun. Will this stack in over 10 or will it only go to 10? Okay, it will go over. Awesome. Alright. Is this the thing I needed? I need lettuce leaf. Okay. The graphics are decent. They're surprisingly decent, actually. I never know what to expect when, like, these kind of games, you know, come up, so it's kind of cool to see. Someone put a checkpoint to block off part of the roof. I wonder what's hidden over there. So true. Okay, I don't really need to do that. I can just put that back down there. Can I? Oh no, I gotta get... Okay, I gotta get something to be able to get across there. I guess I might as well... Well, don't really want to do that. Might as well cut these things down. Because I guess it won't hurt to do so. The controls are a little bit different than I thought they'd be, but it's not bad. Just weird. There we go. Something. Okay, I guess I can dismantle a fair few things. I forget I can move the camera. That's kind of a weird one there. Oh, there was just a battery hidden in there. Okay. What did I need? Oh yeah, literally the fridge. I remember now. I just got an achievement for putting a battery in the fridge called Holy Macaroni. It says Meet Earl. Alright then, let's wake you up and see what's inside. Rise and shine. Holy Macaroni, I'm back in action, boss. I'll rise, sure, and sure shine. And if I had legs, I'd do some serious tap dancing. Whoa. You can talk? What are you? Can you believe? Never seen a talking fridge before? It's like a Samsung. Is there any lore yet? Kinda. Kinda not. I get it. Being alone has me going crazy. Jeez. I like that made me jump a little bit. Oh, hydrate with coffee. I can do that. Thank you very much. Hopefully I don't run out of coffee. Being alone has me going crazy, blah, blah, blah. Better explanation. It's all because an evil witch put a curse on your castle. The witch turned all your servants into talking objects and she turned you into a beast. I think that is sarcasm. Name is Earl. My name is Earl. I've loved cooking ever since I was young, so I plan on becoming a food processor. But the Unicorp mega corporation decided that I'd be more useful as a cafe fridge. So you were human, but had plans to turn you into smart technology when you were a kid. Sounds rough. Stop it, it's decent work. There's a lot of people who'd love to be in my place. They compensate your family handsomely, you know? Mine got a pretty nice deal. Oh, but I just remembered something. I didn't have a family. So nice. Don't forget the hard drive, boss. New in town. I'm always ready to come hand out some expert advice. Come on, ask away. Well, I guess we're about to get the lore. Who am I? Your face looks familiar, boss. Any chance you were an extra on a cooking show? I'm bad with faces. Recipes are always easier to remember. Do you have that mind thing? Amnesia? Or is it amnesia? Do you remember any jokes at least? No? I was hoping we could tell some around the campfire when we got bored. The TV was such a cheapskate. Wouldn't even show ads for free. What? Hey, Frank. I don't even know what's happening now. What are they saying on the tube? Frank? Look, I guess someone nicked him. So confused. What is this place? This is Cosmopolitus, baby. If you want to win Best Capital City contest, just wait for all your competition to get swallowed up by the ocean. Life wasn't all rosy here, boss. I worked tirelessly for the rich, and then once I was digitized, oh god, about that. Oh jeez. Weird voice, I know, right? This is so much to read. There's so much lore. I have nothing to do with this. Cafe's never perfect, but now, you mean the flooding? What kind of questions that? Have you been living on the second moon or something? No hard feelings, boss. I'm not an expert on ecology, but it seems like we've been singing for a long time. Okay. Aliens attacked us? I believe it. Aliens are real. Totally. Just say it with such seriousness. I haven't had maintenance in 6 whole years. I'd be in the junkyard by now if there wasn't someone around to drag me. Who lived here? You're the first human I've seen in all these years. Judge about the mess, I'd say majorly bad sale here, but I do like how green the roof is now. Later. Oh, my circuits, we really got into it. Used up so much energy trying the inner sleep mode. You can crash on the roof in the storeroom behind me, take the baristas in the cafe I used to work. I worked at, used to nap in between shifts. Alright, there we go. I can read, I swear. Do you No. Not at all. Well, I don't know, maybe. I really don't know. If you get the urge to chat about the latest rumors, you know where to find me. Okay. Oh, that was so much reading for my little brain. Alright. Used to be a ladder here. Perfect. What do I need? 3 planks. Reading was that. I know, right? There's so many games that has reading, and it's so awkward just like being dyslexic trying to read it while sounding normal while doing everything. I'm just like Animal Crossing is always the hardest. That's why like you may have rarely ever seen me talk to the villagers. It's just because I didn't want to read it out loud. I need to do like what some people do and they just read it to themselves. Honestly, it'd be easier, you know, and then just explain it. I got a book. Perfect. Got something to examine. New item acquired. Cool thing. And we can go to sleep. Okay, I'm too hungry. That's honestly fair, because I get it. See if we can find some stuff to make some food. I don't know if I do. That's kind of how I feel, honestly. It's like I honestly, I would like to believe it, but at the same time, who knows? Let's go and cut this. What's this? Oh, got a little rocket ship. Cut planks. I feel like I'm more regret having these all over the place, so I'm gonna see if I can put them in like a kind of single pile. Yeah, my nose. I've got to go take care of my mom for a bit. Have a good stream. See you when you get back. Well, thank you very much, Attic, and thank you again for subscribing. I really do appreciate it, and I hope it's a good time checking in on your mom. I need to go see my mom soon. That just reminded me. But I'll see you shortly. Skip all the conversations, reply what sounds better to me, and sometimes I kill people in case. I know, right? Like that's kind of how I play stuff, to be honest. It's not that like I'm impatient per se. I'm just not the most patient. That's how I'll say it, I guess. Bridge leading to the next roof is broken. I wonder what's over there. I won't be able to fix this bridge quickly. It'll take some time, but slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so 5 planks. Oh, that's the lettuce I needed, right? Let's see, let's put the coal. Okay, I guess I'll just put it there for now. Just want to make some food real quick. Don't forget to call your mom, everyone. I know, right? God, what's funny is my mom doesn't like actual phone calls, so I don't actually do that. Alright, then I can eat, right? No. Eat. There we go. We got some num-nums in. That's always good. Then, I guess I could... Oh wait, there's a thing here. My tasks. Can't click on it. Cool. Where's the thing? There it is. Let me find it. I'm afraid I could fall down there. I probably won't be able to, but I'm terrified that it's going to let me one day. And then everything will, you know, be one big regret. How do I upgrade? Let's see. Build the bridge, sleep on the deck chair. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So, small storage, manufacturing. Okay, that's just the different things there. So that's the stuff I found. There's minions and journal, which is interesting. So that's going to be weird to see what that is eventually. The fridge talk. So it was a TV fridge apparently. Baked mushrooms. Heat them over fire and they become edible. Okay, so the mushrooms do allow you to cook with that without killing yourself, I guess. How do I unlock it though? I don't know. Maybe I can see here. Learn the bake. Oh, in chef mode. Is this chef mode, right? Do I have to like upgrade it? I don't know. Yeah, I love that there is upgrades though. That's really cool. That's always something that I like to see. Okay. This is just like me really figuring out what's going on. Alright, yeah, we'll have to figure out how to make things after a bit as well, but I guess I should probably dismantle all this stuff. And Toad's Time Toad. Toad's Time Toad. Wow, I really struggled to say that time. Thank you for coming to the stream. Good luck if you have more work to do as well. But thank you for coming. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you soon. Okay, so this is... so I get the simple hammer by giving 5 nutritionals or nutritious salads. Okay. And then... Okay, so it's just like a bit of a thing. That's pretty cool. So I just gotta make 5 of those at some point, which seems doable. Maybe I'll go ahead and like have a little nap here if I can now. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. I'm a voice actor. I did the yawn, you know? Yeah. Stomach is growling. I could eat an elephant. Same. Yeah, we're still... Is he sleeping? I think so. Does he have like a slug on him? Remove. Okay. Electrocytes are afraid of sunlight. During the day they sleep in the building and at night they crawl out to feed on our energy. Can't relax yet. Go over there to the spot I'm staring at with all my might. Pull up the weeds before they spread across the whole roof. The heck? Oh. And that hurt me? Oh, that burns. Need to come up with a way to get them without touching them. What's up if it looks like a canister? Okay, I'll put that on the ground for now. Do not aim at eyes. I'll show you. I'll aim at my eyes. Am I using... Okay, I thought I was using the thing. Oh, I need to... How do I use it? Ah, there we go. Okay. I get it. I gotta do some weed spraying. Also, oh god, that name's kind of long. I don't know if I can follow it. I gotta pause it to see. Demelocoricature? That's probably really poorly said, but welcome to the stream. And I am playing I Am Future. It's a kind of cozy apocalyptic game, like apocalypse sort of thing going on. Seems pretty cool. But yeah, getting a feel for it right now. But it actually seems a lot better than I thought it would. That stuff grows wild. Oh, that opened the other side somehow. I don't know that happened. Okay, cool. We've got a bunch of stuff. Can I put things in here? Like, can I actively use it? I guess not. That or I don't know how to. That might be more the case. I need to build my own storage, yeah. And rotate. Yes, please. Maybe I'll put this like over here. Seems like a smart idea. I still have to, oh yeah, I still have to build it myself. That makes sense. All right. Night time, yeah. The night time, we now have to worry about some baddies. So yeah, you can play it on a mode to not have any of those, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, I don't mind like a little bit of a challenge as long as it doesn't feel like too unfair. So I'm kind of cool with it. All right. we have storage. So let's put those in there. Probably put a lot of this stuff in there for now. Because I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna use yet, at least. I like the sound effects and everything. Like, it's actually feels really well done. So I've got like corrosive slime ink pigment. This one dropped electrolytic solution. Sure. I want to pick all this stuff up. But yeah, I did manage to get into this area, which is kind of cool. Little backpack. Oh, okay. So I get a little bit of an extension. That's actually quite nice. Wrong button. Is my backpack flying around me? It is. Okay, that makes sense. Reminds you of Lego Fortnite. Honestly, not too far off in some ways. Lego Fortnite is actually something I should stream. I didn't really think about that. But that would be a pretty good one, actually. Because that was one of those games that, like, it was fun to record. It's just really long. Like trying to get it into a singular video. I need to record longer than I recorded in a video. Okay, so yeah, I definitely am going to need more food. That's for sure. It's like med kits and stuff in this one. I'm dismantling it, I guess. Okay, I got solvent out of it. It's kind of the same from there, I guess. What is this? I don't know. I don't know. Pick up or disassemble. What is it? It doesn't say. Oh, it's a kettle. I feel like I might want that, right? Oh no, I'll take it over here, because what, you know, I might need to make a good cuppa later, you never know. Let's put it down there. You'd love that? Okay, well that's good to know. So, maybe that'd be something we can do one of these days as well, so we can put it on the list of things to do. I want to try some stuff that I usually wouldn't play as well, like on, you know, YouTube or whatever. I just play some like fun, goofy stuff, you know. I think that would be fun. Okay, so we gotta somehow get through that with a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I guess that's always the beauty of streaming. Like, it's just, there's fun things to do, you know. Look for parts in the kettle. Okay, so I do need to take that apart. Oh, we're actually like disassembling this. Okay, click and hold to unscrew. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow, okay, I didn't expect to be doing this. Ines loves Lego Fortnite. I mean, Lego Fortnite is really fun. Actually, we would be able to play together, I'm pretty sure, in that. Because that could be fun. Where's the next? Oh, that's the other screw. So take the microchip out. These things. Okay, heating element, I guess. That's actually really cool. Okay, yeah, dying of hunger, blah blah blah, yeah, whatever. I don't really have like anything. I can eat these. Okay, that was enough to kind of get me good for like half a second, but I need to figure out how to do the mushrooms. I don't know what chef mode is. I didn't really pay enough attention, if I'm being brutally honest. Okay, so if I was chef mode, what would that be? Do you play Rocket League or do you want to start playing? I'll probably play a little bit of Rocket League for sure. Just like kind of more curious to see how it'll go. Cause it's one of those things that I've always, oh, I can actually get these. Oh yes, collection things. I mean, it's one of those games that I always wanted to play more of. I just never really, I guess, had people to play with, so it actually kind of works out better this way to be able to do so, you know. Unlocked new things I can build. That's cool. Workbench. Oh yes. Let's build it like, put it here. Weird spot. There we go. I've played quite a lot of Rocket League, but not as near much as I would like to, because I streamed it quite a few times, but never never enough, you know. I need like coal, oh, planks to make coal. That makes sense. And does this like fix the water? Oh yeah, salt water to that. That's really cool. Oh, brought soup. Okay. Do I have any of those flowers? I do. Okay. Should probably take those so I can make some food, because I think I'm gonna die otherwise. Isn't that what I have? Brought flowers? Oh, planks required. Of course. I kind of forget you gotta actually make, you know, fire. Alright. Well, that's good, because I'm gonna need the food. Yeah, we'll need to make that soon. Oil can. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's better. I'm not dying of hunger. You did? Well, I can't remember. It's been a while. I played with Charlie and Lily. And then... Did you not play too? I'm like, wait a minute. You might have played too. I don't remember, though. But yeah, I mean, it's been... Granted, it's been like 3 years. Oh, my butt's so sore already. Let's see. Do I have... So I'm just trying buttons right now. Charlie, can you confirm or deny? I can't remember now. I know we've definitely played on stream. Probably need this for something. So we'll take it back over here. Do I need for this actually? I do, okay. And then... Ah, there we go. So we now have a workbench. Ooh, empty bottle. That's actually really cool. Oh god, there's so many things. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, transform. I actually need to make that. For this thing over here, so. Oh, you can use that. Okay, cool. So I need that for over here. There's a card or something. Yeah, we did? Okay, I thought so. I was like, I'm like, am I remembering wrong? I played a lot with Charlie and Lily. I think maybe you're just remembering that. You didn't remember, you know, maybe the potential one time that we did. But yeah, it's really fun. I just never played enough. I feel like I was okay-ish at it. I was never good. But yeah, I wanna give it a good kind of crack and see how things go trying more of it, because I think it could be pretty fun. There's a few games I want to like still play, like there's Astroneer is another one that I've got on my list. I don't even remember, there's so many things. I've got like the largest list of games in the world. Remember the Minecraft server times? That would be another tempting one that would be like curious to come back to, honestly. Ah, so this is where we get the water. Okay. Astroneer together for sure. I've not played a lot of Astroneer, so it'd be very useful. Use a campfire to... Okay, cool. Perfect. Can I use... Ah, I can fill up the bottle. Awesome. So I'll have to come back for that. That's good to know. Let's go back up. Astroneer is really fun. Oh, that's good to know. It looks really fun. I don't know what stopped me from not playing it. I think I was just playing other things at the time. Okay, let's go ahead and make this water fresh. I keep forgetting how to do things. Alright, there we go. So do I just need to like drink the water? I don't know what the water's for. Apparently I don't need to drink. That's fine. Okay, that's, you know, I'll add all that's like good to add right now. Of course the ad just went on. I'm guessing Astroneer has like a good progression as well, because that's kind of what I want. Like just something that's kind of fun and you feel the progress, which is basically, you know, why I'm enjoying this. Alright, nice. So, let's see. Garden bed, yes. I do feel like I desperately need that. And that's probably like planks and the thing. Okay, yeah. I actually saw one of those like bags of soil over there a second ago. Played Among Us. I've still never played Among Us with anyone. I would be so bad at it too, just because like I'm really, really bad at being deceptive. 100%. Maybe you're not there. Yeah, I don't think I was, but I really want to sometime. Still, even after all this time, I'm like, yes, I'm in. Do I want to do, I guess, yeah, brought flowers seems like a good idea. I don't know how to use things. Okay, there we go. That's not what I want to do. Okay, I need to do that. Then plant, okay. And then click on garden to water plants. No. How do is it already watered? Like, maybe it's just good. Maybe it doesn't need water. Carlos was really good. That's so funny. I could see him being deceitful. I'm sure Charlie loved it. Let's see. So I could get, oh yeah, I could get that, which would be pretty useful. So yeah, the fishes, of course, will be useful. I'd like to get more of those if I could, to be able to get the hammer at some point too. Oh, there was actually drinking water in there, or drinking water bottle. Okay, so that technically helps with food. Cool. So just saying about the weeds. Okay, I don't really need the lore right now, so I think I'm good there. Anything else around there? Can I get by this? Maybe. Can I? Not quite. I tried though. Work tomorrow still. 4 hours. Oh, having to work on a Saturday. That's rude. Well, thanks for hanging out. Do appreciate it very much. You have a great rest of, or a great night. And, yeah, hopefully see you very soon, because like I said, I'll try to be streaming more for sure. Oh, there we go. Is this coming back, or does it just need water? Oh, it needs sun. That makes more sense. But yeah, in general, I need to I'll figure out a schedule. I don't know if I'll do it over the weekend. Might do. Really depends. I talked a lot longer than I planned to today, honestly, as well. That was that took a little bit more of my stream time than I anticipated. But yeah, see you very soon. So you just need light. That's fine. Then let's go ahead and kill this somewhat. Okay, that didn't work that well. It's eating my things. Stop. Die. I don't know how to do with it. Help. I don't know what to do. Okay, I need my scrap. Let's get that. And then let's make, I'll make 2 of them. Seems like the right thing to do. They're trying to eat my plants. Can't be dealing with that. Get back here. Okay. Honestly, rude. I guess let's go kill their spawn points. Oh wait, will this stop this if I use it? I don't think so. I think it's just where they thrive from naturally. I'll try to go to bed, see if that helps that go away. I don't know. You can watch from the pool. God, I'm jealous. I wish I had a pool. Maybe I'll go to the pool this weekend. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Kinda, sorta see what's going on, but kinda not. I think we're probably fine though. Like, why does it want me to wake up? Why can't I just, like, sleep through the night? But maybe I'll like, yeah, I'll wake up now. Seems fine. Weather's different every day, changes. Okay, cool. Rain can be good. Garden beds don't need water. Solar generators won't charge. Rainwater can be collected in water barrels. Oh, that's cool. Was the water like all tainted? I guess we won't worry about that. We'll just pretend it's fine. Alright, cool. So, we'll collect some of our things here. Perfect. And I do need to take care of this. I don't know how like deep I can get in here. It's like can't really like go any closer than that I know of. Yeah, I don't really think I can do much about that yet, at least. Interesting. There's something over there I'm kind of curious about. Need an injector. Still need a few things to be able to get over those points. Do we have anything I can craft? I don't know what mollusk bait would be. I guess that's the fish, perhaps. So nails, I guess, for making certain things. Electric cable, that's what I need. Okay. I didn't realize I could just make the electric cable. That's good to know. Let's put the solvent in there. I don't think I need that for now. And then electrical cable. I'll make a couple of them, and then I'll make transformer. And we will, can I just do that? Sure, that works somehow. Oh god, camera just absolutely flung around. That's fine. I'm always hungry. It's like real life. Alright, so I think, there we go. That's open now, and this, there's a person here. A smart tower. This thing has so many functions. It can be used to go to blah blah blah. I need to figure out what this is. Oh, it's you, Master. You woke up after all. 101101. What the hell? Who are you? What's happening? So many questions. Time is running out. I won't be able to answer them all. I don't remember, and I understand even less. And choose your questions wisely, my master. Who am I? I was unable to figure out who you were. Okay, that's not great. Unicorp. Okay. So I guess I'm doing drone things. Capital of the blah blah blah. Okay. This is our home. This is the end. Fix the tower and find the answers that I last was not able to discover. Perhaps you can make the okay. So did he live here and try to do things? I don't know. I didn't actually see what that question was. Oh no, I'm doing what Aegon said. Yes. I don't know. I think I said about going to heaven, maybe. I think I just said heaven was real. Well, anyways, I'll take your thing. Okay. Well, unpressurized ejector. Cool thing. Look at you. Okay. I don't like what he just said. So I need light bulb, matrix, and more transformer. Okay. Then there's a drone chilling here. I guess that's to launch that later on. There's a little minion there. Okay, more of a drone, which I guess always useful to have. Sure. Pick up planks. Nah, I'm good. What's this? Okay, I don't know yet. And there's this thing which I can, I guess, now disassemble later because I probably will need that. Alright. Perfect, I guess. I could go ahead and make... Do I want to make something else? Maybe not. Let's see, we have... I guess I could make more of the electric cables. Because that seems wise. And then make another of the transformers. I need to like situate in my chair again. I think I'm gonna have to end somewhat soon just because I'm a bit uncomfortable, so may have to do that semi-shortly, but you know how it is. It's the problem. I have a very comfortable chair, just I've been sitting a lot the last few days working, and it all comes up to bite me in the bum, literally. Really have a leech tail. That's cool. Don't know what to do with it, but it's cool it exists, I guess. And these flowers, not quite ready. Food is a thing I do need to worry about yet again. In fact, I think I needed exactly the things I put in there. Perfect. And then lettuce. Did I not have lettuce? Of course I put them in there. Standard. Okay. So now we can do that. I need to get, like, figure out how to get to 100% on that at some point as well. That would be probably the wise thing to do. Extracted liquid. I guess that's like a collector. I don't know what that is. Either way, weird, but sure. So we have 2 of the light bulbs. I don't even know where I got the light bulbs from. Oh, I can dismantle the android. Cool. That felt wrong, but also so right. Okay, I don't need it for that. That's cool. Is this to... Ah, okay. Got the things from there that we may need. Anything? Apparently more electric cable, which is always nice. I guess, yeah, having these plastics is going to be a pretty good thing to have. So I'll go ahead and take that. I don't know how to get back here, actually. Can I... Oh yeah, I can just do this. That's how to get back here. To read this, I guess. I think I remember Stam the Hoarder having nice drill bits for sale. If I had new bits, I could upgrade my drill and disassemble this pod. Okay. So I got a new item acquired. I'm gonna drop this spray just because it's getting kind of low anyways. And I really could use the things to make more food, I think, ideally. I think food's gonna ultimately be probably the more important thing for us to have for, you know, that whole survival thing that we gotta do. Harvest crops. Nice. I was really hoping that would just automatically plant again, though. That would have been nice. Would have saved a lot of hassle, but you know, whatever. We won't complain. Did you say you had an upgrade? I didn't even pay attention, to be brutally honest. I think it was something something. I don't even know what that is. Let's see. So I need another. I think I need like 2 of those anyways. I'll put that out there just because I'm afraid I'll forget those in there for forever. Because I will, knowing myself. Alright. So the Matrix takes those things. So do I have the ability to make a microchip, or do I have to find that? I think that's more something I have to find. Oh, iron saw. I had the ability to do that for a while. I had no clue. Okay, well that's better. So I don't know why, like what that's going to do to help me. Maybe I can cut, oh, I guess I can just cut the metal now. So I guess that's the benefit of that. Oh yeah, so literally I can just cut these down now. Which hopefully something better within, I don't know. But I guess nonetheless I can get the sheet metal, which is going to be ideal. Can I cut this yet? No. So what was this injector thing as well? Because there's a couple of things I saw about being able to use that. Now I don't even know what it was. Oh god, I don't know. Oh, it's probably the liquid thing. That makes more sense. Okay. Oh, I can dismantle this. Okay. Cool. I don't know if I should, but I did. Steel saw. Okay, so 1 more level of saw to be able to do that. Okay, not really what I wanted to do there, I'll be honest, but it's fine. I do kind of appreciate the ability to like kind of just take everything away. Something kind of like satisfying of that. I'm gonna cut these down now. Can I can pull that up. Can't extract that liquid, but I'm guessing that's something that's going to be useful to do to probably shrink that down, I'd assume, but I'm not sure. But okay, we're making progress nonetheless, so I'll take it. Alright. cool. So anything in these? No, I don't think so. That's blueberries, yeah. Okay. So, I think from there... By the way, I just realized my camera is blocking literally like one of the important bits there, so I'm just going to do that. You think I would have done that earlier? Only just thought about it. But that's fine. I forgive myself, and that's the most important thing. Self-forgiveness is the best forgiveness. Probably. Let's see, I could deliver those transformer things so I can get rid of them. I don't know where to get the light bulbs from, but that could be potentially something that I could just make, I don't know. I'll see if I can grab that thing after putting these in. Keep going to the wrong places. Okay, got that. And then equip the nano transporter and select a structure or tree or decorative bush you want to move. Select a new spot for it. What? So it's to move items, I guess, is what it's saying. And maybe if, okay, yeah, so it's like that kind of thing. Okay, that's cool enough. Oh, I can make a minion. Sure. It's like glass, plexiglass, oil can, programmable core. I'm not gonna make this for a long time. You can just stay there for now. That's called a goal. That's gonna be a little while. But sure. We'll get there eventually, you know? I'll BRB, we have pizza just arrived. If I don't catch you, then drop a message there. Will do, Charlie. Thanks for coming to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Still, and enjoy your pizza. I'm jealous. I think I'm gonna have to go eat soon too, so I'll probably end momentarily. But, yeah, this has been really cool. Maybe I'll actually, I'll save it there because I just realized I'm getting, near 2 hours. I didn't realize I was streaming so long. Because for me, right now, that's a little bit long just as I adjust to things. But, I know I didn't get to play a ton of the game. Hopefully about an hour. But this is really cool. I Am Future is what it's called. It's pretty neat, actually. I think I'll have to, might even see if my wife wants to buy this game, because it's a lot cooler than I thought it would be. And one thing I might do is I might go ahead and just put this little thing together over here, because it just make me happier to have done. But, yeah, it was a much cooler game than I had anticipated it to be. Yeah, I think that this will be something I have to play more of on here. It's kind of nice having I guess, a lot of games that I want to play. Oops. Instead of the usual where I'm like, eh. And this is one of those games I've had on my list for forever. I've just decided, I talked myself out of playing it for some reason. And I think it was just because starting a new game always feels very daunting. But, yeah, there's a lot of games that's kind of like that. Oh my god, I still need so much more. There's a lot of games that I kind of get like that with. Well, I got the first level of that done. We'll have to do the other ones later. I guess it makes sense for this to be a more in-depth thing. You cannot commit, apparently. That's good to know. Just trying. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to keep up with the hunger. I'm getting hungry again. I guess that's gonna be forever an issue here, but whatever. I guess I gotta eat. Whatever. Annoying. Let me go ahead and see if this... I can't actually just drink the bottled water for some reason. I probably need to make more of these, to be honest, because probably growing one thing at a time isn't considered the best, if I had to guess. But yeah, we'll take care of that. But it's getting night time, so let me go ahead and save again, and then we'll end that. But yeah, that was really fun. I Am Future. Yeah, that's the same. But yeah, now it's got relationships, which is cool. So you get friends with characters, mini games, new roof, minion update. Yeah, a bunch of things. So it's pretty neat. I'll go ahead and exit that. And did I exit? Oh, I just didn't hit the right button. Perfect.